Episode 19, Social Credit, MMT, and the Great Reset. We are often told by proponents of modern monetary theory, otherwise known as MMT, that a monetarily sovereign government can always create more currency in the form of bills or coins, or else borrow more electronic currency from the central bank, and, for this reason, no economy should ever be hampered by an artificial lack of money. That there should be no artificial limit on money available for production is something with which social credit would agree. But what if there is a darker side to MMT? In accordance with the social credit analysis of Major C.H. Douglas, not to be confused with Chinese social credit, MMT might be judged as the establishment's dialectical answer to the neoliberalism of the past 40 years. A sort of Keynesianism 2.0, which will invariably centralize rather than decentralize power. The MMT idea seems to be that the government could and should create and spend as much money as is required for an economy to achieve maximum prosperity, which necessarily implies a state or condition of full employment. By taxing at a high enough rate, the government could simultaneously ensure that there will be no inflation. The additional production would be composed, presumably, of much-needed public goods that would benefit everyone. Things like better educational services, universal high-quality healthcare, upgraded infrastructure, and so forth. Sounds good? The philosophy and policy of social credit constitute a challenge to this seemingly innocuous agenda. Whereas MMT seems to favor the actualization of the economy's productive potential as an end in itself, as if the purpose of the economy were simply to produce as much as we reasonably can, social credit stands for the full actualization of the economy's useful productive capacity, i.e. production which answers to bona fide human needs, which is a very different thing. The objective of economic life, as MMT perceives it, also necessitates a policy of full employment. Hence the MMT proposal of a federal job guarantee. Anyone who needs work can be put to work on public production by the government at minimum wage. Social credit, by contrast, says that if we can actualize the useful productive capacity with only a minority of the workforce concurrently being employed in production, which is undoubtedly the case in any first-world industrialized nation, then that is a good thing, because it means that we can start distributing increased leisure. Actually, in an era of increasing automation, a federal job guarantee bears a very sinister implication. As the private sector can meaningfully employ fewer and fewer people, it has been repeatedly predicted by several commentators, social critics, and futurists that 50% of American jobs, for example, will be automated within 20 years. The job guarantee means that the government will have to provide employment for the people who are being thrown out of work due to automation. The logical endpoint of this type of progression would be for the government to serve not merely as the employer of last resort, but as the main employer in society. Should the government eventually start to employ the majority of workers, all at a minimum wage, there will be very little difference between that and a communistic society in which the government owns the means of production. All economic decisions are made according to plans executed by centralized bureaucracies, and all workers are paid equally. Within the context of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, MMT's federal job guarantee equates to communism through the back door. Will MMT be the financial mechanism of the World Economic Forum's Great Reset? Will we all be coerced into building pyramids for the oligarchs? Social credit, with its declared preference for freedom, security, abundance and leisure, is a far more humane and indeed Christian option. This animated series was sponsored by the Clifford Hugh Douglas Institute for the Study and Promotion of Social Credit. For more information on Douglas Social Credit, please visit socred.org or socialcredit.com.au. Be sure to like this video and please subscribe to our channel.